Welcome to 1 Minute with Lyrical Movements. Let me tell you something. I'm the queen of get me your supervisor. That's my new thing. I don't do security anymore. Well, I might go back to that sometimes, but now I do. So I'm creative. I'm too creative. So I go to this office and I'm like, listen, all right, you have to help me right now, okay? And the lady was like, well, you have to do what you have to do, and then, we'll talk back to you later on. And I was like, excuse me? I was like, yo, can I speak to your supervisor? So then she sends me to the supervisor. So the supervisor says the same thing this BITCH says. No offense, she's not a bitch. Anyway, she says the same thing that this broad says. And I'm like, all right. But she's like, listen, it has to go upstairs. It has to go to Brooklyn. It has to go to Kansas. I'm like, look, I want to speak to your supervisor. She was like, oh, excuse me. I was like, yeah, I'd like to speak to your supervisor. How about that? Because there's no way that this shit is going to get caught in the matrix, okay? Because I'm not about that shit. So, excuse my language. So, honey, she called somebody upstairs. And then she said, just go over there and wait over there by the telephone. Somebody's going to call you. So I'm standing by the telephone. And the phone's not ringing. But I do hear another phone ringing. And this phone is ringing all the way down the hall. So I leave my purse. My face looks horrible. Maybe I should go vegan. Anyway, all the damn meat I've been cooking lately. It's good though. It's working out. We gotta find a medium. Anyway, my skin doesn't look that wonderful today, and I'm sweating and it's hot. But anyway, back to the story. So, right, I run to the phone. I run to the phone. And I pick up the phone. And I'm like, listen, you gotta help me today. Because you gotta help me today. And she was like, listen, relax, take a deep breath. Because I told her, I said, listen, I left my purse. Like, I don't even have my purse right now. Like, I heard the phone now, we're running for that shit. Because this shit is serious. So she was like, take a deep breath, put the phone down, go get your bag. I was like, alright. So I go back. I know I'm over dramatic. I'm in this other town because the bus is taking forever, and I'm not just going to stand at the bus stop because that's not how I get down. So I like to explore. Even though the last time I explored over here, I got completely lost. So we're not going to explore that much. But, yeah, so she comes downstairs, okay? Talks to me personally. Let's just say by the end of this, we hug. And I got to go back tomorrow, early in the morning. But I just want to thank God because this whole story is about determination. Because I've been extremely determined lately. And I promise you... Alright, that's a little better. And I promise you that nothing's going to stop me from getting what I want. And from what I deserve. Because I work hard and I worked hard all my life. And you can't let people tell you no when you know the answer's yes. So the moral of the story is... And I'm like... I've been talking too long. The moral of the story is, what up, Blair? Security. Now listen, see? There goes security again. The moral of the story is, that man was old enough to be somebody's daddy. I'm not trying to kill nobody. I need somebody, in good standing. So, so back to my story. I'm smiling. I was about to cry in that place, but I didn't give up. And I was like, God, help me. Lord, I need you. God, I need you. She came down personally. Like, today was a good day. It started out crazy, and I have to come back tomorrow, which means I have to spend more money to come over here. But I kind of like it over here. I take an apartment over here, too. I'm going to look around, even though the people over here is more bougie than where I live. All right now, security. I know you heard me say that. Bye.